Yesterday, Gensler was on the Hill in front of the House Financial Services Committee. Mr. Bowtie, Maxine, and the rest of the crew were there grilling and praising Mr. Gensler. That hearing lasted over 5 hours, but don't worry, I'm going to give you a nice summary. We're also going to talk about U.S. government shutdowns, its possible effects on crypto, and when the shutdown date is, along with, yes, everyone, Chase Bank telling everyone in the UK, go F yourself, you can't use us to buy crypto. Wanted to give a very special thank you to Trick and Joshua Sanchez, who yesterday between the two of them super chatted over $50 for the live stream. I appreciate it. And then Sir Mr. Jason early this morning gave us another donation saying, thanks, brother. Well, thank you, everyone, channel members along with viewers for supporting the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Bitcoin sitting at 26,453. ETH, no love. We're still under 2,016.22. XRP right at 50 cents. You got that proper party showing up. IPO settlement news, let me know down below. XLM sitting at 11.3. Well, yes, everyone. XDC sitting under 5 cents right now at 4.9, up 4.4%. U.S. government shutdown looms, creating uncertainty in the crypto market. All right, here's the deal. U.S. shutdown happens, we're going to get a downgrading in the United States, which means you're going to have more bond problems. People are speculating whether this is good or bad for crypto. It's bad. Any economic growth thing is bad if a government shutdown happens. Now, Bitcoin or things like store of value may see some good movement from this. Why? Because again, where are you going to put your money? If you don't think banks are safe, you might start putting your money in crypto. So those people are going to be playing this both ways. Now the date, October 1st, everyone. Just throwing it out there. October 1st is when the shutdown deadline would happen. So I will keep you all informed. Chase Bank tells everyone in the UK, go F off. Listen to this one. Chase Bank will no longer authorize crypto payments. The policy change was made to safeguard crypto customers. Less than half of major UK banks are crypto friendly. From 16th of October 2023, if we think you're making a payment related to crypto assets, we'll decline it. If you still like to invest in crypto assets, you can try using a different bank or provider instead. That's what came out from Chase Bank. Think about that. Banks telling you how you can spend your money. That is messed up. All right, so the hearing. Look, and as always, any article you see in this video, along with some other ones, will be linked in the description below. Full hearing will be linked. I will have my live stream broken down at the end. It was over 5 hours long. We heard everything from Patrick to Maxine. Yep, Mr. Sessions was there, a whole bunch of people there, and yes, obviously, Gargamel, Mr. Gensler. Now, let me give you a summary, okay? It started off with McHenry going, look, we've had plenty of requests here. What in the F word is happening? Can you at least give us a faster response? And Gensler's like, not really answering stuff. And seriously, I mean, like, not really answering stuff. If you watched this with us yesterday, they asked him yes or no questions. He couldn't answer a single one. What do you think about Bitcoin as a security? What do you think about that? He would not answer effing thing. It was like the lawyers were in his head telling him exactly what to say. Now, started off with McHenry. We then ended up with Mrs. Waters. Now, Maxine had the G-Ride parked outside. It's got hydros on it. It's also got Dayton's wire spoke. 15. Yeah, gold wire spoke rims. So Maxine is hanging out. Now, Maxine, along with several other leading Democrats out there, didn't give a shit about that. You know what they cared about? Mr. Gensler. If the government shutdown happens, that's why I brought this up. If the government shutdown happens, will the SEC have funding to protect investors? No, of course not. If a government agency shuts down, of course they're not going to have it. That's every freaking government agency out there, Maxine. So she's like, hey, look, we can't shut down because you know what? We need to protect investors. So she's like, look, the Republicans want us to shut down. They want to hurt the country. They want to hurt investors. No, Maxine, the Republicans just don't want crazy spending. She turned this into a political thing saying, hey, they're looking to shut down the SEC funding-wise. Come on now. So that came from Miss Waters. Now, Miss Waters also praised Mr. Gensler, saying of how good of a job he's doing. Mr. Sherman, same thing here. Praising Gensler, also saying, hey, but if there's a shutdown, will you be able to protect the American investors? No, of course not. And that's essentially how the whole hearing went. You had other people out there like Mr. Sessions saying, dude, we ask for information from you and you don't provide it to us in a timely manner. Mr. Norman was out there saying the same exact thing. Mr. Lawler, yes, getting it too. Gensler, again, defiant with everything out there that he said. The easiest way to break down this whole hearing, it's pretty simple. You had a whole bunch of people up here asking him questions. Hey, there's Miss Wagner in blue hanging out. Had a whole bunch of people asking him questions. A lot of them were softball questions. Even the softball questions, he wasn't answering them directly. It was very frustrating. Now, when our main hitters came out there, the big ones in the committee, McHenry and so forth, came out and asked him questions. They said, look, if you don't start responding to us sooner, if you don't start responding to our requests, if you don't start playing nice in the sandbox, I will be the first person out here to subpoena the SEC for the House Financial Services. Yeah, and that's where we're at right now. Rubber meeting the road. Will he subpoena Gensler? Now, one of the most frustrating things that I saw out there was a set of questions that was asked to Gensler. It took him 10 weeks to respond, and he gave a 2-paragraph written letter answer that didn't even answer the question. And that's what they're getting frustrated with. And that's what McHenry's talking about, going like, look, if we have to, we will subpoena your ass. Start answering us questions. Now, I get it, right? You've got one side of the aisle pro-crypto, one side of the aisle anti-crypto. I get that. But even if you're anti-crypto or pro-crypto, you should still work together and answer things quickly. It shouldn't take you 10 weeks to write up a 1-page letter. My workout program didn't even take that long, and I'm getting ready for a 6-hour ultra. 10 weeks for 2 paragraphs, and the guy goes, and this didn't even give us any answers. That's what we're playing with right now. One side of the aisle, the Democratic side, is like, hey, look, government shut down bad. We got to keep funding the government, keep spending. We got to spend. Why? So that, Gary, you can protect people. They even asked him, they said, Gary, if there was a shutdown, how would your agency be affected? And he's like, well, most of our enforcement officers, most of our people that protect crypto, they wouldn't be working anymore. It's every damn government agency out there, but they're like, whoa, we can't let that happen. We got to protect people from bad old crypto. Seriously, that is what we're dealing with. Meanwhile, the government is spending money, throwing it everywhere, and yet we can't fix the problems we have at home. Crypto has become extremely partisan, with the Democrats on one side not wanting to hold Gary accountable. In fact, the Democrats on this side, led by Mr. Krabs, all right, led by Mr. Krabs, are like, Gary, you've done a great job. We love it. Good job, Boobala. We love you, Gary. Now, on the Republican side, they're like, look, we've had this request, this one. You're not answering us. Your agency is not answering us. Gary, do you even work? You spend more time at home doing meetings than you are at the office. How are you helping out the industry? And that's all it was yesterday. So where we're at right now is the rubber meeting the road. And the rubber meeting the road is, will McHenry be the first one out there to subpoena the SEC chair? Will we see that happen? Will he be like, hey, look, we've been asking for all these questions here, Mr. Krabs. What the hell? Actually, he looked more like Gargamel from the Smurfs. But he's like, we've got all these questions here. You need to start answering them. If we do not get any action from McHenry, then what was all this for? I seriously think about it. This was the second biggest hearing that we had with this group. The group is new as of this year, the new session of Congress. So we're 9 months in deep, according to the Garmin. And if you don't start taking action, you're all talk and no walk, my good man. And how the hell is that going to fix anything in government? In fact, a bunch of you out there, and this is what we took from yesterday, a bunch out there, along with myself, were very frustrated on this is how our government acts. This is how our government is doing what they can to protect us as people. This is what our government is doing to use time and taxpayer money effectively to fix problems. Very frustrating. But I wanted to say a big thank you to Trick, along with Joshua Sanchez that donated the $50 during the live stream yesterday. It helps us out, keeps us commercial free. Thank you so very much. And I also wanted to thank Sir Mr. Jason, who saw the live stream video and also gave a super chat regarding that early this morning. I woke up and saw it. Thank you very much, sir. So thank you to all the support from everyone, but that's your summary on the video. Rubber meets the road. McHenry's got to come out and do a subpoena, or all this was just a big cup of bullshit. Just like partnerships in crypto. What am I doing today? Well, I did a 4-mile tempo workout yesterday. I'm doing a 3-mile easy workout today. I also lifted yesterday. That was really tough. I've got a long bike session this weekend. Oh my God, that's not going to be fun. And I got to lift this weekend. All to get ready for a 6-hour ultra endurance race. What are you cool cats doing? Dropping me comments down below and having a great rest of your day.